Hello traders, hello everyone, my name is Grega and welcome to another video, another episode on cryptocurrencies. As you know, we have seen a reversal to the downside over the last few days, a very sharp fall on Bitcoin and other coins which are obviously correlated. So the move obviously comes because the US dollar is still very strong. So if you are trading cryptos, the US dollar is definitely something that you should watch for. And also the S&P 500. And move of the US dollar obviously comes from the expectations what the Fed may do on the next meeting. However, they will stick to the hawkish view. The inflation is still very high at 8.5% in the US. So obviously they maybe should be a little bit more aggressive, but all will depend on the next news releases, the economic data. If the data will be strong and stable, of course they will stick with the current policy. If not, well, maybe then investors will assume that maybe Fed will actually do the opposite. So for now, the hawks are still here, and that's why we are seeing the US dollar keeps moving higher. So before we go to Bitcoin, obviously the US dollar is very important, at least for me. So what are we looking for? Well, I have been updating this wave count recently, and I'm looking now for a break higher into wave 5. And now you can see where are the projections for this fifth wave on US dollar index. So it's, I think that first very big level is 110, and then you have even 112 based on this daily time frame. So if really US dollar is going to stay in uptrend, even if just temporary, well, then just keep in mind that cryptos could see even lower price action. Of course, there are some key support that is being tested right now on Bitcoin, which is evident here on the first wave count. So this wave count shows that this could be a leading diagonal, okay, for a wave A or wave 1, and then you have a flat correction for a wave B or wave 2. Usually when correction occurs, you will see a retracement back to the area of a former wave 4. So this is definitely a key support at 20,000, 21,000, around this area. So the question is, what will happen from here? For bullish reaction, you need to see a 5-wave rise. Let me try to show you this. A 5-wave rise here from that level. So if you see a 5-wave bounce on a smaller time frame, then this could be indication that maybe a new swing low is forming, and then you could look for potential long opportunities on setbacks. If you will get only 3-wave decline, or maybe even worse, the next drop that will break this 19,000 support level, then I'm afraid that we are going to see much lower price action in Bitcoin, towards possibly even towards 15,000. So because the US dollar is at the moment still in uptrend, and because I see room for further upside, well, I think that you really should be careful here on cryptocurrencies, at least for now. And I would not ignore the second wave count either, at least at this stage. So you have possibly even this as an impulsive decline. So, but what is interesting, whenever I try to look at the both wave counts, the bullish and bearish, let me mark the subwaves here as well. What is really interesting is that both could see some kind of a pullback. Currently you are here testing this trend line. I think that wave 5 could still occur here, and then what you would expect is obviously an ABC rally, okay? Something like that. Let me label the waves, the lines here. Okay, so you would expect an ABC rally. So that's the minimum expectations, or as I said, it could be a 5-wave advance. So in either case, I think that despite this current very strong sell-off, yes, the Bitcoin could slow a little bit. Also the US dollar index, while we are moving towards back close to these 2022 highs, could also slow down a little bit for a pullback. But the question is, as I said, what will be the structure of the next recovery? Will be in 3 waves, like a slow, choppy, overlapping price action maybe, which is usually characteristics of a correction. If that would be the case, then we will know that this weakness will most likely resume with Bitcoin. If we will get a sharp response, let's say maybe when you have Jackson's Hole on Wednesday, if we'll get a sharp bounce and dollar would come sharply to the downside, then there is still chance for cryptocurrencies to stay in play on the long side. But for now, it's a do-die level. These are important key levels. So before acting, rather wait on market to decide in which direction we go from here. Okay. Also, whenever we are going to see again move back back higher here on cryptocurrencies, I think that Ethereum again could be much more interesting. It has made a very nice recovery from the lows, but even that strong coin is now facing a pullback. So if we look at Ethereum versus Bitcoin, I have it here. Well, that's a very nice 5-wave rally here. Okay, let me zoom this in. So after this current phase, which is obviously to the downside across the board on cryptocurrencies, so when this current phase is finished, well, that's when again we could focus on Ethereum, since I think that this one could outperform the Bitcoin. Okay, so you see 5 waves up, and now you are in a corrective phase for an ABC. Support is obviously at the former wave 4. So if we'll see US dollar maybe moving to a new high, and then we see a reversal, well, then of course cryptocurrencies could again stabilize, and Ethereum, based on this ratio, could again be much more attractive than Bitcoin, in my opinion. Also, watch out for the stock market, the S&P 500. What we are seeing here is very important for dollar, and obviously then for Bitcoin as well. What is interesting here is that you have VIX index, the fear index here at the lower side of the range. You can see that we have seen a gap away from that lower side of the range today, meaning that there is maybe more volatility coming, and usually that's in bear markets on stocks. And if you see a risk off move, even if just temporary on stocks, well, keep in mind that again this could be positive for the US dollar. Yes, it can be just a temporary pullback, but just be aware that for now, as long as we are trading below this trend line, the uptrend continuation, it's not confirmed yet. It could be just a neutral phase, but definitely not a bullish yet. Just be aware that there can be some consolidation right now going on. And if that's the case, and if stocks are in risk off mode, even if just for a few days, also it will impact the cryptos as well. Okay, so make sure to keep an eye on that. So traders, thank you very much for your attention. If you are not our member yet, check our website, become a member today. You have a coupon code trial, and you will get the free access for the next 14 days. Traders, enjoy your day. Bye.